So we're doing another one tonight because we decided to get beer after work today.
It's very exciting.
Very
cool.
Super thrilling tale of burgeoning alcoholism in a room in our house. So, our second review of the night, and I believe our last, I don't know.
Yeah, probably.
I got more beer in the fridge. I'm not an alcoholic.
We're not alcoholics.
We'll play it by ear. But, so this is our second one of the night. It is Alesmith Evil Dead Red Ale. Can't see much on the label. So that was a waste of your time. But, yeah, it is 6.66% alcohol by volume. It is their Halloween release. It is supposedly a hoppy red ale, which made me happy because I like them. Pouring from me. I didn't show you the pouring like Ben does, so let's try this. The official Ben's beer review style.
Well, I was told on Reddit to show the pour.
Look at that pour.
Oh, snap.
Look at that pour.
Look at that pour. It's the first time I just started like having
That's some good old porn right there.
Ooh. It's like the most boring.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Chopping it off. Can't even see this. It's a money shot. So yeah. Again, very dark. Almost a similar color to the.
But this is
Tsukaba.
transparent. It's not as translucent as Tsukaba. It's a bit lighter.
Yeah, it's a little bit lighter. It's very. I mean, the bottle describes it as blood red, so I don't want to go to that. But it's very ruby.
Let's compare it to your shirt because we actually have a white background here, and it's on Josh. So,
The camera can't see you. You're just staring at my chest.
No, but I mean, I can see it though, so it's important to me.
He can.
And it is certainly red. It is it does have slight brown tinges to it, whereas the other one is certainly brown, almost is much darker. Not much, but like I want to say like three units darker. There's a certain unit in measurement for darkness of beer.
Did not know that.
Yeah, you do.
Cool. TIL.
So this is certainly lighter. It's transparent, whereas the other one was not by any means. Yeah.
Time to sniff it.
Cool.
Definitely much hoppier in its scent.
Oh my yes. You still get like it is older than it's supposed to be drunk because it's not Halloween.
Yeah, it's their Halloween release, as I think I already said.
So do you get like a certain maltiness out of it, but it's not. But it mainly is hops still, which is awesome. Yeah,
a lot of Cascade hops.
If you've never had Alesmith beer or Firestone Walker beer, once you've seen this video, go out. It's probably too late in the day to get some if you're watching it when we release these. But go out and buy some beer by either of these. Firestone Walker, and I'll review it at some point, has a fantastic double IPA that got me into hops, really. Double Jack. Alesmith does pretty much anything they do, they just knock it out of the park. They're great. So check out these two breweries.
Yeah, I saw this today. I like hoppy red ales. I liked the name of it. The fact that it had 6.66 alcohol by volume. And because it was by Alesmith, they're one of those few breweries where I just kind of trust whatever they do implicitly. And so I was just like, yeah, whatever, I'll get this. So, taste it now, I guess?
Yeah, sure. One cheers. Cheers.
Cheers.
Aha, we Prost.
Prost. Nostrovia, yeah. It's definitely hoppy.
Yeah.
Not as hoppy as the nose may have promised.
No, and this sounds strange, but the hops have like a soapiness to them. And that sounds really off-putting, but it's not. It's just like it's not like a harsh attack on the tongue from the hops. Sometimes, I love Stone, I'm a huge Stone fanboy. Sometimes when you're drinking some of their stuff, it's like kind of grating your tongue, almost with hop flavor. This is a much softer hop profile. in terms of mouthfeel and flavor.
I think that's a lot due to the fact that it's
Aged.
aged.
Yeah. No, I mean, like coming out.
So the hop notes had mellowed a lot from what I'm sure they were.
Like coming out, I don't know what this is like, but right now, this is my just general first impression of it. Yeah. So, hoppy notes. A fair amount of citrus. A bit of citrus. A fair amount of resin, but not like as much as you'd expect, like a really hoppy red ale.
Yeah. No, it definitely has that sort of piney, resiny aspect from the Cascade hops. It has a nice malt balance to it to counter that hoppiness. I definitely pick up on the citrus that you were mentioning. But yeah,
it's not like the citrus is not like grapefruity. It is on the more floral end of things.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of not really pineapple, but like almost a mango-ness.
Which, as we all know, is a citrus.
Or well, I mean, like it's like a hop note, or like a kind of passion fruit. It's not like super intensely.
It's not a sour hops. I'd say that there's a lot more of that piney resin than anything else in the hop.
Yeah.
That I can tell.
It's like a slight. First of all, it like really sticks to your lips. Really kind of creates a gloss on it.
It has a very full mouthfeel for that. Yeah.
First of all, one thing I want to say: all Alesmith beers are bottle conditioned, which means that there's a bit of yeast at the bottom of the bottle that naturally carbonates the beer, and that creates very, very small and fine bubbles. This is awesome. More breweries should do this. I hope to someday. Just have only bottle conditioned beers when I release them.
We do have only bottle conditioned.
Yeah, I mean, like right now, when I make a beer, that's due to like constraints of what I can do. But I think it really does improve the mouthfeel a lot.
Okay.
It creates a much softer profile, I suppose, the kind of the harshness of forced carbonation.
Yeah, you don't notice the carbonation as strongly.
No.
Like with a bottle conditioned ale.
No, I mean like some Belgians you certainly notice that.
Oh, you notice it there, but I know what you're saying, but I don't know how to actually phrase it myself, so I'll just defer to him.
I mean, it's just a softer way of carbonating. It creates natural small bubbles as opposed to artificial large bubbles. So it creates a more velvety mouthfeel, which is nice. It's great. Yeah, there's almost like a slight honey note in the malt.
Yeah.
Like it's very faint. I will be upfront and say that beers that include honey, I tend to dislike immensely. Meads themselves are awesome. You can combine them with cider or any amount of fruit, or even spices, and make a good mellow meal or metheglin. But once you include barley, or include honey in beer, I do not like the crossover at all.
Yeah, one of my least favorite beers actually is it's a honey brown ale. I forget who it's by. My old roommate used to pick it up from like Walmart.
That sounds terrible.
In like 24 packs or something like that. It was pretty atrocious. One of my other roommates and I, we called it the Honey Boo Boo beer. And it's not something that I really look for, but it's a faint honeyness.
But it's not like from honey. It's like from a honey malt.
Yeah, no,
which makes all the difference.
It much better.
This is better than any beers. Will just call for now people just call it like a honey ale now. It's something called Braggot, and I've only seen one beer marketed as it. Well, actually, two beers marketed as a Braggot. I tend to stay away from them as widely as possible. I just hate them. But this has just like a touch of honey malt in it, and it's great.
It's just a nice little sweetness that counters some of the bitterness from the hops, which I'm sure, once again, was much stronger when it was a new beer.
There's a slight toastiness, not to the extent of some other, like Arrogant Bastard has like a lot of toastiness in it. But like it's just very slight. Everything that Alesmith does has like lots of little flavors. They're not like huge. They're very understated and classy beers, which is awesome. Sukaba was great. I really enjoyed it, but it felt like it had like a lot of bells and whistles with the barrel aging. It was like super barrel forward.
Yes.
This, and like my favorite like really aged beer is still Fuller's Vintage Ale, which I'll need to get a bottle of and review for this channel.
It's good.
It's good, but it's super understated. It's very classy. It doesn't need to attach these things onto it. Not that barrel aging is bad. Some barrel aged beers are awesome. I like it, but it's refined. It doesn't feel the need to kind of cling on to certain fashions.
Yeah.
And the Alesmith beers are kind of the same way. They do have a barrel aging program. I've heard like their barrel aged stout, which I'm sure is amazing, is amazing.
Yeah.
Their stout is phenomenal if you can get it.
Speedway?
Speedway. It's great.
That's a very, very good beer. This has almost, I don't know what spice I'd say it tastes of, but it has kind of a like spiciness towards the back.
It's not like a cardamom, but like it's kind of
in that direction.
It's in that direction. Like it's something you would use in baking like ginger snap cookies. And I can't get the name of the exact spice. It's not cinnamon. It's not cardamom. But
so once again, we ran into technical difficulties because Ben's phone does not have enough memory.
no, not at all. Like there have been times where I've like need to delete like songs to Snapchat. Like it's
well
shameful.
I also like to live dangerously. But yeah, so this is I guess part 2, and I guess we're gonna be leaving you off halfway through a sentence of the last section.
Which is very classy and
we are.
I mean, once you have like a few shitty videos on YouTube, you are professional in that field, without a doubt. That's all that's required, really. So we were talking about spices recently. We couldn't decide what spice it was. We haven't got there yet.
Still can't.
We still can't.
I don't know why we brought that up. But yeah,
just
to
remind you.
Spicy to a degree.
But I've noticed that at the very beginning of the beer, I said initially that there was a lot of like grapefruit or pineapple. There's a slight touch of that type of hop at the super, super beginning of the sip. Like, right as it enters your lips, it touches the tongue, it's like almost gone instantly.
Well, it gets overwhelmed by that piney resin.
Yeah, no, like I didn't notice it until maybe 3 or 4 sips ago.
I don't know if this is something that Ben tends to touch on, but there actually is a nice little lacing on the glass.
No, it's solid lacing.
Which was something that was kind of lacking from the
Sukaba.
This guy, Sukaba. But yeah, no, I'm really digging this.
This
beer.
is a solid beer. Well
done, blind luck at a liquor store.
Yeah, good call. I don't know why, besides as a holiday, a Halloween beer would be released. You're not gonna have like a Halloween party just filled with Alesmith. If you do, please invite me. That'd be amazing.
Yeah, that'd be a really good.
Seriously, like Melissa Baker, if you're watching this and you're playing a Halloween party, and I don't know why you would, because this is random as hell.
Where are you going with this, Ben?
If we could just have a party with only Alesmith, that'd be the shortest Halloween party ever. Everyone would get sloshed in 2 hours.
Speak for yourself.
Okay, whatever. I mean, compared to like the usual.
Oh, compared to like, hey guys, we're all drinking Keystone and Bud Light. And
hey guys,
here for
you
12 hours and it's still fine.
Yeah.
Oh, we got the Narragansett. This is local.
Support local macro breweries. Very important.
Hey, I do my civic duty by buying Sam.
No. So yeah, want to give this a rating?
Sure.
Cool. I'm gonna give it a 88 out of 100. It's very classy. It does what it wants to very well. I wish I could have had it a bit fresher to experience more of the hops, because the hops are really beautiful in this beer. But right now, it's really enjoyable. It's very drinkable, but it's still flavorful. But everything's understated. It's very, very nice. 88.
I'm gonna go 89. I was originally planning on going 88, but to differentiate ourselves as twins, I need to go 89, and apparently this chair is the 1 point above in terms of rating. But yeah, my sole regret with this beer, or the thing that I wish that was different about this beer, is that I just had come across it like a couple months ago and had been able to taste it when it was fresh, because it is phenomenal, and it is right up my alley in terms of good malt, great hop characteristics.
But everything is very seamless.
Everything is very well balanced. It's a classy beer.
It is a classy beer. And that's awesome for something named after the film Evil Dead. A film where trees violate a person. Yeah. So, 88 and 89 for this Halloween-themed beer.
It is... Oh, we should have gone with, I guess, a gallon like 75, and it could have been a 6.6 or a 66.6 or something.
Alas,
oh, no.
In my heart, there's a Satan joke in there somewhere, but I don't want to rate it at 66. That's a shitty grade.
Yeah, that'd be so much worse than this deserves. Like, this is... I'm gonna change mine. Because you can do that now.
Why not? It's a video.
I'm giving it a 90. It is... If it were fresh, I'm sure it would be a solid A. Right now it is an A- for me. It's really good. If you see it, I'd recommend waiting until next year when it's fresh, probably. Because there probably aren't that many bottles of it laying around anywhere near you. This is the only time that I've seen it. But it... Very, very solid beer.
Yeah, cool. That's been it for tonight's so far, unless we stupidly decide to make another review. And I don't think we should.
Let's do nugget.
This has been it for Ben's Beer Reviews, this time with Josh Watts. If you like what you see, subscribe, like, comment, do whatever you want.
Earthquake.
No.